Okay, here is the interior of the car. So this is what the genuine system looks like. Now this is running the NTG 4.7 system. This kit will work with the NTG 4.5 and 4.7. And there also is vehicles exactly like this that run the NTG 5, which is like almost the later system that Mercedes were using with the floating screen. So just check what system it's running. But yeah, what we can do is start looking at removing this stuff. Now, to get this radio out, we have to remove this panel here. So underneath this vent right here, there's these little tabs. So there's 1, 2, I think there's only the 2. They need to get pulled down, and then you can pull this straight out. And just be careful, there's a LED strip that runs along here, so you just want to be careful of that too. And the other thing that you have to be wary about, okay, right there, so on the inside of the vents, you can see right there, I'll put a little arrow, there's these little plastic clips. There's one on either side. They're sort of right in here on the insides. You need to use like a pick or a plastic tool and peel them in, and then you can pull the panel straight out. What we have here is 2 T20s right at the top, and what we need to do is you don't want to remove them all the way. So what I did was I put my right angle on it and I was turning, and as I was turning I was pulling on the radio on the command system, and what it will do is sort of lock right about here. So you pull it, it'll lock, and then as you just go turn by turn, it will release like that on one side. Then you do the same on the other side. You don't want to remove those screws all the way because they're on like a locking mechanism. So as you undo it, the locking mechanism comes down, and then when you get to the right point, it releases, so you can pull it out. If you do it all the way, you'll lose that mechanism. It'll fall down, you'll unscrew it all the way. And then you can spend hours trying to find it again. Pull it out to about here. There's a plug right there. So just put your hand on it, remove, and then you can go ahead and undo all the plugs at the back. Now we can start with our main wiring connections. So first one is we're going to plug this in, get it the right way around. And what you need to do anytime you do these, doesn't matter what kit it is, you need to make sure you look at all the wires and just have a look at like what's corresponding together and what's working, because they should be pretty much all the way filled up. But what I've noticed right now is we have fiber optic right here. Hope you can see right there, that's fiber optic, and on here obviously there's nothing. So what do we need to do? Remove it. Okay, so just keeping in mind where it went, it was on the far side. And what we're going to do on our new kit is put it in place. Okay, just like that, nice and easy. And then when we go back together, what I might have to do is get some more length. And now what we're going to do is plug in our audio input. Okay, so by the way, this is an accessory output, which we don't need. But if you can think of anything you might need an accessory output for, you've got one. And we'll just tape that up with the audio. Plug in this. Now, you need to figure out where you're going to put your module. I'm going to put it behind the glove box. So that means we need to remove the glove box. But that way, you know, you're usually pretty tight for space behind here. So there's no point trying to jam it in there, just get it out of the way completely. That's like basically the head unit side of things done, guys. Like, yeah, we have to mount the microphone. You know, I might actually do that. I might go in here, in the roof. I'll show you that later. And then just figure out what you want to do with your USB connection. So glove box is out. That was pretty easy, as you saw the time lapse. Every single screw you remove, round them up, put them away so you don't spend 10 years trying to find them. Alright, so coming back to the main area, we've had those two Lvds cables in our kit. So the grey Lvds has male on one end, female on the other. Female plugs into the male coming from the car, tape it up, run it. And this grey male was originally going into the factory radio. So that is where, oh, I've taped that, is where I put this one. So we've got both of those going to here, which are going to run over there to our module. And then we're also going to run our power to the module and our AUX to the module. For anyone asking, because I did get a lot of these on my Audi video, these modules have rear video camera input and a front video camera input. Well, they're both, oh yeah, sorry. They call it F rear, so front, yeah, anyway. So you've got two video inputs. And when we start running them, what we need to do is the bundle of cables here, fine. The new one's fine, but this here, this quad lock connector that we're adding was not designed to go behind this radio, so obviously it's very large. So down over this side, passenger side, driver side for the States, there's like a gap, right, where I can put my hand in there. So I'm going to try and feed it over to there so that when we put the radio in, it sort of gets out of the way, and if I need to pull it from here, I can as well. So we've plugged in the quad lock connector that we added our fiber optic to. Now when I run it backwards, I didn't actually end up running it over to that side. I just pushed it sort of directly behind the radio. There was a little cavity in there and it went in there, and this had no drummers at all, just slid right in. It was really easy. We've done up those two Torx 20 bolts, so that's all in. Now what I did, I didn't realize it had stopped recording, but basically we plugged everything in, like I said. The LVDS connections are all done, plugged it into the module, and then I just turned the car on. And so what I'll do it now for you. So basically I turn the car on, and we just want to make sure we have video, okay? And also what I did was just double check that the module actually works as well. So we press and hold the back button, and here we are in the CarPlay screen, okay? So we are on track to getting it done. Now I can turn that off and keep going. One of the other things I wanted to test actually before going too far was also the sound output. So what we'll do is get our CarPlay USB connected. Sorry if you could hear those birds before, they won't shut up, it's so annoying. Alright, let's go. Audio, AUX, beautiful. Now we're gonna go here, plug our phone in, allow CarPlay, USB only, and then we're gonna go, let's go, it doesn't matter, just play something. Oh, look at that. No AUX. What's going on there? So a bit of a recap. I had to rip out the radio again. So basically everything was working. We had no AUX sound. Now on the factory system, I'd go and select AUX. I would plug in the phone to the USB connection, and nothing would come out. There would be no sound at all. I'd go up to radio, obviously there'd be sound. So I pulled the head unit out and looked at every connection. I looked at AUX connections, I looked at everything, and I couldn't figure out what it was. When I had done my Audi CarPlay, the AMI connector in the glove box needed to have something plugged in. Now this car also has like a Mercedes music interface, which I've removed to look at the wiring. But anyway, I had plugged in the USB port of that, just to see if it would turn on. Anyway, long story short, nothing happened. So for anyone that does this car, you're gonna press and hold hang up 1 hash, and that's gonna bring you into engineering mode. Here we are. We're gonna scroll down to hardware setting. Then you've got TGW parameter. You're gonna go there. Now just look at what apps, just look at what settings are installed. So, okay, so what we did, when you go hang up 1 hash, hold it, that's gonna bring you to this here. No, sorry. It brings you to this. Then you go scroll down to hardware. Then you scroll down to TGW. Just look at DAB, see if it's installed or not. Check if you've got an external amp or not. What you need to do is MOS needs to be off. So you go in there, turn it off. Then you can go down to parameter and select audio AUX on. So in this case, audio AUX was off, but it was also grayed out like that. Okay, so you can go and have a look. You can go straight into HU parameter and just see if you can select that, turn it on. If not, then yeah, go here like I had to do, MOS off. So when you turn MOS off, it's going to reset all this stuff as well. So just make sure you take note. Then scroll down once you've changed your settings. So you need to turn MOS off, go in there, AUX on, then turn MOS back on, check your settings. Alright, once you're all good, you're going to go down, no, sorry, you're going to go back, then you're going to go down, then you're going to go system reset, then you're going to go end. Then go AUX like I've just done. Then go here. Then go here. Flick you over to CarPlay. Alright, so we see we don't have anything playing at the moment. We can just go there, just play whatever. There you go. Okay? I don't know what happened there, but I just had to play another song. But there you go. Boom. 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 Okay? Press and hold back. It's going to bring us back to factory screen. So, and then just like I said, go to radio. Make sure you know this is digital. Obviously, this car has digital. Make sure it works, and that's it. Now we can look at oh yeah, microphone. What I've done with the mic. Well, I haven't done it yet. What I'm going to do with the mic, I'm going to remove this panel here, and as you can see, there's little fins all the way through it, even right there. There's fins right here. So this just pops down, it's very easy, right? Like that. Just on little clips. And then I'm going to, get the microphone mounted in there so it's completely hidden. And we're going to tuck it on the roof lining. We're going to remove this panel so that clip comes off first. And that clip comes off, then you can remove this panel, run it down to the module, neaten up all this wiring, get this mounted back in. This is very easy to mount, just make sure you run your bundling of looms out here. If I struggled to mount that, I would let you know. And yeah, we'll go back together and do a final test. Alright guys, as you can see, that is the CarPlay system, and it does just work through all genuine controls. Okay. I'm pretty sure you all know how this works. You know, you've got phone, music, maps, messages. You can use WhatsApp. Obviously, Waze Maps is pretty cool. Google Maps, Spotify for music, and all working through the factory system. And to just switch between the systems, we've got that back button, so we'll press and hold that. And now we've just got a genuine system right there. That is the install done, guys. Pretty easy. That AUX connection was a bit of a pain, so if you're doing this exact install or something similar, don't hesitate to drop a comment below. Can help you out. Otherwise, thank you for watching.